He knows our hearts. He will only reveal to those who are seriously seeking Him and who He knows
Yeah,
will
exactly.
obey Him, obey everything He says.
He hides the mysteries from those who don't believe, and your actions show you don't believe when you're spread thin. So then you wonder why you can't have a new revelation.
Exactly.
You know, you're compromising, so you don't believe, so He don't show His mysteries to you. So you got to be all the way in to receive from Him. That's the revelation. And like He just gave me a minute ago, where much is given, much is required. Well, how much is salvation? You've been given salvation, then you're required to lose your whole
Amen.
friggin' every
Amen.
last morsel or
Amen.
fiber of your thing. You need to put on the line and put your whole life on the line for this. That's what's required, because He gave you such thing as precious as salvation. I mean, really, because He's not a man that should lie, His word can't return void. So this is like that serious.
Very serious.
And then the thing that God gave me recently too was, people, is this out of order? They're preaching love people so hard now that it's trumping love God, which shows
I see that.
there's a lack of order there. God's got an order. So if you start loving people more than you love God, that means you're actually worshiping the creation more than the Creator.
Actually, if you really love
It's out of
God,
order.
it's just gonna flow. Loving people is just gonna flow. You don't even have
Yeah,
to
exactly.
try hard
Exactly,
to do
lining
it.
up.
Yeah,
You-
it's just
in
gonna
fact,
line
if you
up.
love people so much, this is the problem out here. If you love people so much, then you're gonna want to be the best you can be in God, so you can best reflect God to people. Not love people in your way. His way is not yours. So another thing that God showed me through discernment is people is super size hasty, making so many moves before God, not getting a leading, not getting no confirmation. Man, I just got to move. I just got to save the world. I just got to. You don't understand. If you're not led by the Spirit in what you're doing, you're not aligning yourself with God's move then. It's your move with God's name on it. So that's out of order. So therefore you're actually getting in God's way. It's not even blessing the Lord. You're actually causing God to pour more grace out on you. So then you're also leading other people in a spirit of haste that's not from God.
Yeah,
So you're influencing other people to have this spirit on them.
yeah.
That's,
We've had
you
that
know
a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying,
times.
and that's why I backed up. If you haven't noticed, I had a similar type ministry to a lot of people out here. A little ministry in Jesus' name, but more so my name, because I was the leader of it too. You know what I'm saying? Like Jason's ministry, you know, that God gave Jason type of thing. Where is it now? It's shut down. Why? Because I was out of order, and because I continued to pursue my will over His, because I wasn't seeking for a leading on every move I was making. And so God took it down, and I surrendered it
Right.
specifically to figure out how to line up right
Wow.
out of wisdom. And what that did was it kind of cracked open Pandora's box for me. So that's now why I serve for a bigger ministry that I believe has a greater order prophetically, in diligence, understands the word better than I do. And I point people to that, not because it's perfect, but because it's what I have to offer people now that will help line them up biblically with greater order. I'm pointing people to places. There's like 3 ministries right now off the top that I can mention: the 119 Ministries, the Passion for Truth Ministries, and the one we belong to, El Shaddai
Shaddai
Ministries. Those are sources of end times prophetic revelation being poured out. It is the increase. It is the messianic, meaning it's aligning. Also Jonathan Kahn. These ministries are ready
Oh yeah.
to unleash
If you're hungry,
and
this
unlock
is for you.
what
This
is
for
really
mine.
going on.
Yeah.
The denominations of old are they're petering off.
Actually, yeah, that's what I was sharing.
Why do you think
also.
all these churches are jumping on ordering their shofars and their prayer shawls, but then they don't want beyond that.
Right.
That's because they know where it's at, but they're just not ready to be cracked off with, the realness. And
Well, remember,
to me, it's a sign of the end.
I had this revelation.